Eastland County, Texas, 2 hours west of Dallas-Fort Worth on Interstate 20, where farms and ranches dot the countryside, where faith, freedom, and the golden rule are not the exception. 2 small towns, Eastland, the county seat, home of the Mavericks. Cisco, a hop, skip, and a jump west on Highway 6, Lobo Country. 2 towns, 2 teams, neighbors on the map, but worlds apart. Separated by a fierce and enduring rivalry that's 95 years old. A deeper problem exists in Eastland County, much deeper. An insidious, patient opponent. One that you won't find on the gridiron, but on the dinner table.
Eastland County, Texas is a USDA strike force community, and the reason that Eastland County has had this designation is because 1/3 of our children are food insecure. That means that they go home at night and they are not certain where their next meal will come from.
1/3 of our local children without enough to eat. Time to stop sitting on the sidelines. KATX Radio, the voice of Eastland County, suited up for the challenge. Under the leadership of owners Terry and Kay Slavens, the Food Bowl was born.
From the time the UIL announced realignment, we found out that the Eastland Mavericks and Cisco Lobos were going to rekindle their rivalry that began in 1920. KATX Radio wanted to do something to spotlight not only that game, but also these 2 great communities. It's a rivalry that's not always been friendly, but there's a greater need besides what's going on the football field, and that is that many of our children around here do not have enough food. So on a Tuesday evening at my house with Kay and Stace, we discussed it, and the Food Bowl Challenge, KATX Food Bowl Challenge, was born, and got the 2 schools involved. We wanted to spotlight the elementary schools in both towns, and they were on board. And off we went.
You want to talk about an amazing experience? Being part of the 2014 Food Bowl, sponsored by KATX, was an amazing opportunity for these 2 communities to come together for the act of service. Yes, it was built around a rivalry, but they identified a need and to come together to gather thousands of pounds of food to serve the needy and the local families that are in need in our community. What an amazing opportunity. It's acts like this that has helped KATX become Business of the Year.
I remember the day the food was due, walking down our elementary hallway, and we had food stacked everywhere. The kids were excited. They were wearing their black and gold and saying, "Mr. West, look at all these cans I brought." It was just an exciting time. It was well prepared and well done, and we gathered lots of food between the 2 communities to help the needy, and it was a good lesson for our kids, and it was good for our communities.
The basis of the challenge was whichever school could have the most weight of food. That's how we were going to determine our winner. It started very small. We had a goal of 1,920 pounds, but we quickly realized that we were going to eclipse that in a hurry. My wife Kay, who works with us here, and her dad spent countless hours sorting these 12,000 pounds of food and then distributing it to all the food pantries that are in need. And the greatest part of the whole thing was hearing the stories from these food pantries and food banks of saying how much this food was needed right in time for the holidays.
We supply probably over 200 kids and roughly 100 to 130 families with several boxes of groceries as well as toys for the kids each Christmas. And last year we were actually short on funding for that program, and we were very grateful to KATX for supplying us with the truckload of groceries we got.
We help people on a daily basis with food needs, and we were able to put that food in our food pantry. And so when the people come in and need help, KATX is the organization that's truly helping them with their donation of the non-perishable food items. They give back on a daily basis through what they did at the KATX Food Bowl.
Their good work garnered thousands and thousands of pounds of food, and they were so generous in giving it out to all of the organizations like mine that work to combat hunger in our communities. And at the end of the day, the KATX Food Bowl food helped us serve over 300 meals at the Cisco Senior Nutrition Program. Good quality food that we could not have garnered on our own.
It was overwhelming, the amount of food that was collected, nearly 12,000 pounds of food collected between the two towns. And Eastland, Siebert Elementary ended up being the winner of the Food Bowl Challenge. They received the KATX Food Bowl Challenge Perpetual Trophy. And at the football game that night, when we presented the trophy, we also presented each PTO with a check for $200 compliments of KATX. In the end, the KATX Food Bowl Challenge was a huge success. It not only focused on two great communities, but it brought two communities together to work for a common cause, and that's to help feed the children of Eastland County. It also helped the children learn how to help and to be a part of a great service. And it's a rivalry on the football field, but off the football field, these two towns pulled together and made it happen, and we are looking forward to the KATX Food Bowl Challenge 2015.
KATX strives to be a voice of hope and light in our communities. KATX celebrates the champion in all of us. It's rare in this life when everyone wins. KATX Food Bowl 2014 was just such an occasion.